Brother Given is going to be giving us the sermon this evening on the word yearn. Yearn is when you have a strong desire for something. When you yearn, it has to be for something. Some related words for yearn are tenderness, fainteth, longeth, panteth, hunger, and thirst. Psalm 51 shows the yearning of David. I'll read verses 1 through 3. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. According to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. David is yearning for forgiveness, but not all yearnings are for forgiveness. He took Bathsheba to himself and killed Uriah. He's yearning because he sinned. And most of all, he was yearning to God, the only one who can satisfy a yearning heart. A yearning is created by a clean heart and a right spirit. You use your yearnings in two ways, to ask and to receive. You have, with the yearning heart, the ability to receive things that you know are right. And you are able to ask for right things, like forgiveness, when you know that you need it. Hannah was yearning in 1 Samuel 1:10. And she was in bitterness of the soul, and prayed unto the Lord, and wept sore. Hannah was yearning because her adversary provoked her, because the Lord had shut up her womb. She was yearning for a son, so it would be right to say that all Christians yearn to God. When Hannah yearned, it was provoked by bitterness. But when Eli said that her wish was granted, that bitterness was lifted and replaced with joy and gladness. Bartimaeus shows his yearning in Mark 10:46 through 48. And they came to Jericho. And as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal, Thou son of David, have mercy on me. Note that Bartimaeus' yearning started when he heard that Jesus was near. He was yearning for mercy, and the mercy was to have his eyesight restored. Because he was persistent, he got what he wanted. And he was yearning to Jesus, but Jesus is related to God. Jesus healed him, but the power came from God. Ultimately, he was yearning to God. Psalm 42:21. As the hart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth after thee, so my soul panteth after thee, O God. The brook in this text is God. We are the hart, or deer. The deer needs the brook to survive. We need God. The Lord nourishes us. He's the only one who can. I'm going to look at two of these related words, hunger and thirst. Matthew 5:6 brings it out. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. The satisfaction of yearning is getting exactly what you wanted. The persistent widow is an example of it. She asked and asked and asked for the judge to avenge her of her adversary. Finally, he did, and the woman was filled because she got what she wanted. When you are filled, you want more of what you are filled with. And when you see another like you, you are drawn to them because they might have something you don't and are looking to have. Yearning does not always involve bitterness like Hannah or sorrow like David. It can involve passion like love or pity. Examples of this is when Jesus looked at the people and there were a sheep without a shepherd, the Good Samaritan, and when Jesus wept over Jerusalem. I'll look first when he looked over the people and they were as sheep without shepherds. It's not good when you're called that. It's pointless to own sheep and not hire a shepherd. You put them in a pasture and do something you have to do, and you come check on your sheep, and the next thing you know, just like that, they're gone. It's because you didn't have a shepherd to watch over them. In the next couple of verses, Jesus said, harvest is plentiful, but laborers are few. In other words, there's lots of ripe fruit, but there aren't very many reapers to pick it. These people were like the stones in the seed and the sower. They received it, but the world scorched it. We find the account of the Good Samaritan in Luke 10, verses 33 through 35. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion on him. And he went to him, bound up his wounds, pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And on the morrow, when he departed, he took out 2 pence, and gave it to the host, and said unto him, Take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. The man was half dead on the side of the road after being robbed. 3 men looked at him, a priest, a Levite, and a Samaritan. And only one of them responded. He did help him by cleaning and bandaging his wounds, but he took him to an inn and paid for his stay. The Samaritan's desire and help was amazing, and we don't even know that if he got a reward, but we know that he absolutely will get a reward someday. Luke 32:34 shows how Jesus yearned upon Jerusalem. It says, O Jerusalem, which killest the prophets, and stonest them that are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered my children together, as a hen doth gather her brood under her wings, and ye would not. Jesus in this text is weeping over Jerusalem. He uses a hen as an example. A hen gathers her chicks or brood under her wing for protection. In this, Jerusalem, the chicks, they wouldn't accept their protection, so they got carried away in the storm, or in this case, the world. Jesus was gathering them, or at least trying to. He wanted to protect them from Satan, but they rejected his yearning. He was reaching out to them, but speaking as a man, they only crossed their arms and turned their back to him. When you yearn, God will hear you, and there will surely be a reward waiting.